What's up, everybody? And today we have got an interesting one. A couple of days ago, this came out on the 31st of December, which for when you see this, this will be like 4 days ago. I guess the US destroyed some, I don't know how you say it, Houthi ships, which are backed by Iran. So what I've got is I've got two videos. I'm going to react to one now. I'm going to put one up this afternoon. The first one is US Navy Helos just sank Houthi. I'm going to say Houthi until I hear someone in the video pronounce it otherwise. Attack boats. This is by Ward Carroll. I will leave a link down below, as I always do in the original video. For the original video, if you haven't already, go over to the original channel, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. He'll give us a bit of information. And then this afternoon, because I've been putting two videos up recently of reaction videos, waiting on the gameplay videos for a little bit, but two reaction videos. This afternoon, I'm going to go over to a channel that I reacted to back in the day, which I've always really enjoyed. It's called Task and Purpose, and they have done a bit more of a deep dive, and this was before the attack, and it's called US Navy Deploys to Stop Houthi Attacks in Red Sea. And this will give us a bit more clarity and information about what's going on, because I don't really know much about this. So we're going to learn this together. We're going to watch the first one now, and then this afternoon at 4 p.m. British Standard Time, which I think works out at like 11 a.m. Eastern Time, you'll be able to watch basically this other video with me. Does that sound okay? As always, links in the description for any and all original content. Down in the description, you'll also see DREADNOUGHT MEADERY, the new channel where me and my brother have done a new project where we're making our own mead. Super cool. Go check it out. And like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can see that video later on today. But let's shut up. Let's pull this up and let's check out this quick video. It's only 3 minutes and 13 seconds long.
It looks like U.S. Navy H-60 Seahawk helicopters have just entered the Iranian proxy war currently going on in the waters around the Arabian Peninsula. U.S. Central Command just tweeted the following. On December 31st at 6:30 a.m. Sanaa time, the container ship Maersk Hangzhou issued a second distress call in less than 24 hours, reporting being under attack by 4 Iranian-backed Houthi small boats.
Okay.
Small boats originating from Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen fired crew-served and small arms weapons at Maersk Hangzhou, getting to within 20 meters of the vessel, and attempted to board the vessel. A contract-embarked security team...
Let me pause it real quick. And I think it's important for me to give some of my context of my experience as a British Royal Marines Commando while watching this, because my history, my deployment history was anti-piracy. So I was protecting a ship, I was protecting a small vessel, and we were keeping an eye for stuff like this all the time. And there were always dodgy stuff going on. Now, when something like this happens, now, this tanker gave the distress call. I almost guarantee that there was maritime security on this ship, and it was them that's been like, get on the comms. I know a lot of former Royal Marines Commandos that do this line of work. In fact, I was going to do it when I left the Corps. Okay? So there's most likely armed people on there. They're not allowed to shoot unless they're shot at, etc., etc., as of the standard operating procedures. But they called out for a distress call. This is my presumption from my experience.
On the Maersk Hangzhou returned fire. U.S. helicopters from the USS Eisenhower and Gravely responded to the distress calls, and in the process of issuing verbal calls to the small boats fired upon the U.S. helicopters with crew-served weapons and small arms. The U.S. Navy helicopters returned fire in self-defense, sinking 3 of the 4 small boats and killing the crews. The 4th boat fled the area. There was no damage to U.S. personnel or equipment.
Good.
The CENTCOM tweet does not identify which H-60 squadrons were involved in the sinking of the Houthi boats, but among the mix of them was likely several from HSC-7, the Dusty Dogs, the helicopter squadron attached to Carrier Air Wing 3 aboard the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. HSC-7 flies the Sierra model of the Seahawk, and the weapon of choice in this scenario was probably the 50 caliber machine gun.
Yeah, them little rigid raiders, them little rubber dinghies had nothing on this thing, did they? So the US wasn't worried. I think the biggest worry for them was to get to them in time before they got to the civilian ship, right? That was probably the big reason why the US was like, get out there, get them sunk, done, get it done now. Because if they get to that ship and they start climbing on board, then that opens up a whole nother can of worms, because all of a sudden you've got these people invading a ship, right? You have any type of maritime security on that ship protecting it. And then you've got possibly US military personnel, most likely SEALs or Marines at that point, jumping on that boat, trying to sort it out as well. And it would be an absolute clusterfuck. It really would. Comms would be horrific, and it would just get messy. So my presumption is it was get out there, get it done quick. And this weapon definitely helps get it done quick.
Mounted on the starboard side of the aircraft and operated by the crew chief. At the NAS Oceania Air Show a couple of months ago, I had a chance to talk to a couple of the commanding officers from H-60 squadrons, and here's how one of them, Commander Chris Donkey Lewis, summarized the inherent flexibility of the Seahawk.
One of the things that helicopters bring to bear more than almost any platform, I would argue, is the flexibility to do a lot of different things. Whether that's the plane guard mission that you mentioned, whether it's search and rescue, medical evacuations, external loads, the CLF that I mentioned, the Combat Logistics Force, CSAR, what's now called PR, the Combat Search and Rescue, the SEALs, and that kind of thing. I mean, you name it, we can reconfigure the aircraft, the anti-surface warfare with crew-served weapons, forward-firing weapons, Hellfire missile. I think I hit them all, but there's...
Sounds like the adaptability of these Helos are unreal.
It's a long list. We do a lot of different things, and we're ready to, within a couple hours, we can flex the mission there in flight if we need to, if we're physically able to, and then if we need to adjust the aircraft a little bit, we come back, rearm, refuel, and do it again.
I put the link to that
Sounds
episode
sick.
in the description below if you want to learn more about the Seahawk, an amazing aircraft that's serving the fleet well in a bunch of ways these days.
Just want to say, I've never seen this channel before, and I really like the way that it's presenting everything. It's quick, it's fast, it's snappy, it's getting to the point. Again, there'll be a link down below to the original video. I'm probably going to watch some more of this guy's stuff if you guys want it.
Including taking out Houthi bad guys in boats.
Houthi.
More on this obviously volatile situation as the information becomes available. So if you're not already a subscriber, become one so you don't miss anything going forward. In the meantime, I look forward to talking to you again very soon.
So, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen this guy's channel before. He obviously does the news for this stuff quite well by the looks of it. So I'm going to give him, I'll give him a good, quick subscribe and like, and we will keep an eye out on what's going on. That's his latest video. So if there's more kind of developments on this, obviously we'll be looking all sorts of places, but we'll also be looking at his stuff because that looks like it's getting pretty rough pretty quick. Again, this is the first of kind of like a two-part reaction about what's going on. If you want to see the second part, I'll be reacting to Task and Purpose. Fantastic YouTube channel. I've reacted to some of their stuff in the past and talked about it. And this is a few days, this is like 10 days before. It was on the 21st of December they uploaded this. And it's US Navy deploys to stop Houthi attacks in the Red Sea. If you want to watch that, turn on my notifications and I will see you tonight at 4 p.m. British Standard Time. All right? Check out Dreadnought Meadery, like this video, all that good stuff. Everything's in the description. Comment down below your thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts on this. If you've noticed recently, since I've rebooted the channel, I've liked and hearted pretty much the majority of the comments on my videos. I spend a good 24 hours looking at the comments and reading them. So if you haven't already, comment down below. Other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.